First day in Vaujany, Lidia. Riding Col du Sabot.
It's beautiful. Love it.
It's about 10k long. Average 9%. Hi guys, welcome to Vaujany. We're here for 2 weeks to prepare for GFNY Alpes Vaujany, the inaugural race. We're in France, we're in the French Alps, and today on our first day we're going to do a ride up to Col du Sabot, which is straight out of Vaujany. Vaujany is at 1200 meters and we're climbing all the way up here to about 2100 meters. There's no way to go down the other side. It's not paved yet. They're talking about paving it, but it's not the case yet. So we go up and down. It's a really nice opener. It's a quite hard climb, a lot of double-digit climbing. And over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to show you what we are doing, how we are preparing for the race, how we're riding around, so you get a good taste of what Vaujany is like. And we have the camp in the second week. So we have a few riders coming from across Europe to join us at the camp. For the reasons you know, all the riders who wanted to come from Colombia, from Mexico, from the US, they can't join us here for the strict regulations to get into France, but at least you get to see what's going on, and next year everything's going to be very different. You can all join us, so stay tuned for our vlog, and I keep riding after Lidia. She is now ahead of me. Lidia, first impression?
I love it. It's so much fun. Steep in parts, and then other times it's steady, good to get a good rhythm. Then now it's a bit flatter. Beautiful views, just so stunning. Perfect weather, but the views are just so inspiring.
In case you're wondering, Col du Sabot is not part of the race course because, as I said, it finishes on the top. You can't descend on the other side. But we're doing sort of like the beginning of Col du Sabot, because the beginning up to Vaujany is basically the bottom of the climb of GFNY Alpes Vaujany, to the final climb back to the finish. We got Lidia here fighting her way up, having a lot of fun. I wouldn't even call that fighting. Flying, look at this. Flying up the climb. Now, maybe you have even more essential question. Where exactly is Vaujany? Vaujany is in the middle of the French Alps, you could say. And it's a resort village, mountain village. Very quiet, very relaxed. It's perfect for a cyclist, so it's not a party town. There are towns around that you might have heard of. Bourg-d'Oisans is at the bottom. We have Alpe d'Huez just over the hill. You can actually take the cable car just over to Alpe d'Huez, at least to the ski area of Alpe d'Huez. And Grenoble is an hour away. And it's an ideal location to actually go and explore all these famous climbs, which we're going to do during the camp, like Galibier, Isoire and whatnot. Well, what's the weather like in Vaujany? Towards the end of August, we hold our race always on the last Sunday in August. And then the weather tends to be perfect because the thunderstorms you get in July and until mid-August, they're going to be no longer an issue. And it's going to be cooler. Lidia almost made it.
Yes.
The top is right there, so she's going to be first. It does get a little bit cold at night, so temperatures go down to 15, even 10 degrees because we're in the mountains. So the mornings are fresh. But as soon as the sun is coming out, it's beautiful. You get temperatures between 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. Of course, if you are higher up, here we're at 2,000 meters, it's a little bit colder, but you can see I'm still in short sleeves. Of course, for the descent, I will wear a jacket. That's something you always bring in the mountains. But it's really, the last week of August, I think, is one of the best times of the year to actually ride your bike here. Also because the main summer vacation has its peak right now, around August 15. And then a week later, everybody's going home. So it's going to be really nice and empty for us. So we're going to own Vaujany as GFNY, which gives you a great experience. Very little traffic on the roads. And you can see here, I think we had 2 or 3 cars for the whole climb because it's a dead-end climb, so only a couple of hikers going up. So this is perfect when there's a little more going on. But even now, during the peak season, we're in the mountains. Most people prefer the beach, so it's really excellent.
Hello.
Top of Col du Sabot. Here down there you see the reservoir, which is actually the course of GFNY Alpes Vaujany. It's Col de la Croix de Fer, so you do it in the climb. and it's also the turnaround point of the middle distance. And all the way there, up there in the bit distance, you don't really see this on the camera, is Mont Blanc.
Wow.
Europe's highest mountain, very cool views from here.
Amazing.
What else is going on? We got a guy down there who, where is he? Sprinted past you, probably a Strava problem. There he is.
No, just wanted to.
I don't
have
think
a
he
race
was,
to
but yeah, he wanted to have a good time. And up here we have blueberry picking, very important stuff. I don't see the marmotte right now,
I
but
don't hear them.
we don't hear them because it's daytime and they don't like
Oh,
humans,
yeah, right.
so they stay away. If they're really quiet and sit at a point, don't move. And if you see these small hills where they have their caves, they're coming out, putting the head
It
out,
is so
looking
beautiful.
around. If you don't move, they don't see you, they smell you. So you have to be with the
Extra
headwind.
kind, right.
So the wind has to come from the marmotte to you. So cool climb, Lidia. And now let's descend back down because we have to pick up our kids from daycare. Yes, that's right. There's a daycare here.
Vaujany has a day.
Very important for people that have 3 little kids like we do. And even if you have just one that doesn't want to ride with you or cannot, so that's a good solution.
Absolutely.
Vaujany is a mountain resort, but the cool thing is, it is on a hill, and you have these connectors here. You have escalators to go up and down on various levels. So here's the first one, and I'm here now I'm going to pick up the kids from daycare. You cross the street, and then you get to the next escalator that brings you yet another level down. Our apartment is pretty much at the end, at the top of town, where also start and finish of the race are. And the daycare is where the ski lift to Alpe d'Huez is. So we have to go all these levels down, 2 escalators, 1 elevator, and then there's also a cable car to go down. But the whole thing takes 5 minutes, and it's very cool. I got everything here to pick the baby up. We're here now at the cable car station, but I need to go 1 level more down, which is what we're doing right now. But look at this view. I can't see it really. Well, kids successfully picked up 1, 2, 3. Everybody's here, and that's the cable car going over to Alpe d'Huez. Well, we're going back to the apartment, right?
Also, yes,